Hi guys, this is Noiser with another episode of Quick Tips, the series where I post short videos, each containing one tip that has helped me improve my game in Rainbow Six Siege. Yesterday I realized something I do without really thinking about it, but I only do it when I'm playing calm and relaxed and actually don't know why I just happened to think about it yesterday. It's borderline stupid when it comes to what I realized, as I'm actually talking about strafe shooting, but bear with me now and I'll tell you why this became important to me. For some reason, in Rainbow Six Siege, I sometimes cramp up and get tunnel vision in multiplayer and play very differently to when I'm relaxed and just acting on instinct. In this case, what I noticed was my strafe shooting in Terrorist Hunt during a warm-up session. I've started to warm up before playing multiplayer for the specific reason of getting my fingers going and getting a bunch of kills that hopefully will make me a bit more comfortable when starting a multiplayer game. And when watching my gameplay, as I do from time to find out good and bad habits, I realized that when I shoot, I automatically strafe left and right if I just happen to run into an enemy at quite a close range. In other words, this is not something I'm thinking about, it's just something I'm doing in Terrorist Hunt that I'm not doing as frequently in multiplayer, and I know why. In multiplayer, I'm sometimes too tensed because I don't want to get killed, mess up for my team, or just finish on the bottom of the scoreboard. Strafe shooting comes more natural for me in more run-and-gun oriented games like Battlefield, for example. But in Rainbow Six Siege, which I think is such a different game, I realized that it's something I have to try and incorporate in my game in a better way. Rainbow Six Siege is so much more about finding and holding angles, listening and communicating, that when I move, I often do it with too much hesitation, since all of those other things are constantly going through my mind. And when you stand around thinking about who or what might be around the next corner, when you're slowly peeking into a room fearing that instant death headshot from a player you didn't even have time to see, that's when someone just pops up somewhere and shoots you in the back or just outgun you, as you're an easy target to hit. A moving target is quite obvious much more difficult to hit, and unless you're lining up headshot at long distance, I feel that I win many more gunfights when I'm constantly moving, strafing and moving in and out of some sort of cover, not hesitating and playing with confidence. So how do you learn to play with confidence? Well, for me it's an ongoing process, and warming up with a couple of rounds of Terrorist Hunt before a game is an important part of that. And by being aware of what I actually do when warming up, my goal is to try and incorporate all the good stuff to multiplayer and get rid of the bad stuff. It might sound more simple than it actually is, but one thing is for sure: if you practice, you get better. And if you know what to practice instead of just playing, you improve even more. The strafing and controlled precise movements with the controller works out just fine when I'm playing relaxed, but the second I stop and don't know what to do in a multiplayer game, I know the next gunfight will be very tough, as I'm thinking too much. This is when I tell myself to snap out of it and react, do something, reposition, own an angle, or rush that room where I just heard someone breach. Sitting ducks get droned and pre-fired in Rainbow Six Siege. Moving targets outgun their enemies. This might not always be true, of course, but this is what I try and tell myself. Confidence, remember? So, to sum this up, if you're interested in improving your game, save some clips in Terrorist Hunt and multiplayer and see if you move or act differently in gunfights. And start warming up before you go into a multiplayer game. For me, that seems to be getting me more relaxed, which makes me move more fluently and aim with more precise control. So that's about it for today, guys. What do you think about this video? Is this something you will try or perhaps already are doing each and every day? Perhaps you have some own ideas, tips and tricks that help you play more relaxed with greater confidence. Have you thought about how you act instinctively when you engage enemies? Share your thoughts by leaving a comment below and give me a thumbs up or down so I get some sort of feedback from you guys. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my future content. On Thursday, I will be back with another regular upload, and until then, I will keep being Noiser. Hej då!